Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naran Chaiva Narottamam Devim Sarasatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudhire Ashta Prayashu Vadareshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Focus. Yes, thank you. Takes place. What is the shloka number today? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. What is the shloka number? $13. Thank you. Evam trivid ahankaro bhutendriya manomaya swabhashay lakshito anena sad abhasena satyadrik. Evam trivid ahankaro bhutendriya manomaya swabhashay lakshito anena sad abhasena satyadrik. Evam trivid ahankaro bhutendriya manomaya swabhashay lakshito anena sad abhasena satyadrik. Evam trivid ahankaro bhutendriya manomaya swabhashay lakshito anena sad abhasena satyadrik. Evam trivid ahankaro bhutendriya manomaya swabhashay lakshito
Evam Trivriddhahankaro Upendriya Manomaya Swabhase Rakshito Anina Kadabhasena Satyavra Evam Trivriddhahankaro
You're from Bangalore? Evam, thus, Trivrit, the threefold, Ahankaraha, false ego, Bhuta Indriya Manamayai, consisting of the body, senses, and mind. Swaabhashay, by its own reflections. Lakshitaha is revealed. Anena, by this. Sat abhashena, by reflection of Brahman. Satyadrik, the self-realized soul. The self-realized soul is thus reflected first in the threefold ego, then in the body, senses, and mind. The self-realized soul is thus reflected first in the threefold ego, and then in the body, senses, and mind. Yes, Supriya Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Purport by Divine Grace, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada ki jai. The conditioned soul thinks, I am this body, but a liberated soul thinks, I am not this body, I am spirit soul. This I am is called ego, or identification of the self. I am this body, or everything in relationship to the body is mine, is called false ego. But when one is self-realized and thinks that he is an eternal servitor of the Supreme Lord, that identification is real ego. One conception is in the darkness of the threefold qualities of material nature, goodness, passion, and ignorance, and the other is in the pure state of goodness called Shuddha Sattva or Vasudeva. When we say that we give up our ego, this means that we give up our false ego, but real ego is always present. When one is reflected through the material contamination of the body and mind in false identification, he is in the conditional state. But when he is reflected in the pure stage, he is called liberated. The identification of oneself with one's material possessions in the conditional stage must be purified, and one must identify himself in relationship with the Supreme Lord. In the conditioned state, one accepts everything as an object of sense gratification, and in the liberated state, one accepts everything for the service of the Supreme Lord. Krishna consciousness, devotional service, is the actual liberated stage of a living entity. Otherwise, both accepting and rejecting on the material platform or in voidness or impersonalism are imperfect conditions for the pure soul. Hare Krishna. So, by the understanding of the pure soul called Satyadrik, One can see everything as a reflection of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. A concrete example can be given in this connection. A conditioned soul sees a very beautiful rose and he thinks that the nice aromatic flower should be used for his own sense gratification. This is one kind of vision. A liberated soul, however, sees the same flower as a reflection of the Supreme Lord. He thinks this beautiful flower is made possible by the superior energy of the Supreme Lord. Therefore, it belongs to the Supreme Lord and should be utilized in his service. These are two kinds of vision. The conditioned soul sees the flower for his own enjoyment, and the devotee sees the flower as an enjoyment to be used in the service of the Lord. In the same way, one can see the reflection of the Supreme Lord in one's own senses, mind, and body, in everything. With that correct vision, one can engage everything in the service of the Lord. It is stated in the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu that one who has engaged everything, his vital energy, his wealth, his intelligence, and his words in the service of the Lord, or who desires to engage all this in the service of the Lord, no matter how he is situated, is to be considered a liberated soul or Satyadrik. Such a man has understood things as they are. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Krishnaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhaktivedanta Swamiti Namah. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gaudavan Pracharini Nirvisheshaya Shunyavadi Pashat Deshapari Jayo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Evam Trivet Ahankaro Bhutendriya Manomaye Svabhashay Lakshito Anena Sabhavasena Satyadrik. The self-realized soul is reflected first in the 340 goals, then in the body, senses, and mind. So there are certain shlokas the Prabhupada quotes saying, Iha yasya haradase karmanam anusagira nikleshu vattashu jivan muktasa uchyate. This is from the revelation from the Goswamis. Ego. Many people feel ego is the problem. Ego is not problem, false ego is problem. They say we should finish our ego. We are not stone. We do have an identity, our ego. Ego we can connect to identity. But we do have an identity, how we can stop our life. But what is this identity? Now, Satya Drik, when somebody can see things properly, the Drishti is Satya, truth. We are chanting Hare Krishna, but it takes a lot of time for Satya Drik to come. When we see any object today, we are not seeing it truthfully. We are seeing that object as an object of our enjoyment. Many times we are very proud. I'm chanting Hare Krishna. That's okay. But have you reached the position of Satya Drik? Prabhupada uses the word again and again, Satya Drik. Is your drishti correct? Are you able to see everything properly? Stavara Jangama Deko Dekene Tara Murti Sarvatra Hoye Ishta Deva Spurti. Mahabhagavata, his definition is that whatever he sees, he can connect it to Krishna. He can see the energy of Krishna. Can we see that? There is an Arjuna says Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna, why is it that Anicham Balat even though I do not want to do certain activities, but I am forced to do. Even though I don't want to do anicca, bala, some force. And he asks Krishna, what is the reason? What does Krishna say? Kama esha krodha esha. Rajoguda. Because of Maya, we are not able to see things properly. Maya doesn't allow us. So this is the condition we are having. So we should introspectively see actually where we are situated. And then we become very sincere. It's like if you take your temperature and you see it is 104, then you will take medicine properly. And you chant Hare Krishna very properly. You read Bhagavad Gita very properly because there is a temperature. And by seeing temperature, you become conscious that you should do something. You don't feel ashamed. You go to the doctor, I'm very sorry to tell you, I have 104 temperature. You don't feel ashamed. You're not the body. At least the person doesn't identify like that, but he wants to be healthy. And do you feel ashamed? Doctor, I can't tell you. What? I have 104 temperature. You just tell, I'm 104 temperature, Similarly, exactly similarly, just like your body is sick, your mind is also sick. So when we get an opportunity to meet senior devotees or great acharyas, or we take darshan of the deities, we sit in front of Srila Prabhupada, we should pray this. Even though I'm chanting, I'm not able to see things properly. I see everything as an object of enjoyment. That's a fact actually. What is wrong? What do you pray? You see that when Devahuti is talking to Son Kapila, she's not an ordinary woman. Kapila's instructions are going on now. Devahuti is daughter of a Manu, Swayambhuva Manu. Great personality. She will know all these things. But still, on our behalf, she is asking all these questions so that we can reach the position of Satyadrik. We can see things properly. And who is answering? Incarnation of God Kapila. So here, they got it. Other many times see what is the use of reading all this. I understand I'm body, I'm not soul. I'm soul, I'm servant of Krishna, part and parcel of Krishna. I have to go back to Vaikuntha eternally serve Krishna. This takes 1 month. I think any intelligent person, 1 month can grasp this basic philosophy of Krishna consciousness. Maybe 1 month is also too much. 1 week is enough. Huh? And we become very proud, I've learned all this. But actually our reality is something else. That we understanding the philosophy, but we are not able to apply. We are not able to see things properly. We are not able to understand. Krishna is in control. Therefore, when we chant Hare Krishna, mind is blowing air. Cannot hear. We do something like that. Can be able to take shelter of the vibration. So when you will do that, when you feel, yes, I'm chanting Hare Krishna 16 hours, I'm going back to God, and you're not going to do anything. Then I've got a ticket and I'm comfortable. I'll move. I'll reach a spiritual world. So we need to introspect and see that the mercy is acting. Krishna is revealing more and more. At least Prabhupada says, very interestingly, there are two kinds of philosophers. One is called Tyagi, another is Bhogi. Bhogi means whatever he sees in the world, he wants to grab for his enjoyment. The other one is other one is Tyagi, Bhogi and Tyagi. Tyagi means he wants to renounce it. The Prabhupada says comments on this connection, both are wrong. How? You're standing outside the State Bank of India and you say, I want to enjoy this bank. That's also wrong. You're a thief. And you say, I want to enjoy this bank. That is wrong. You become a thief. And you fell. So you are saying you want to enjoy. Mangalore say, you understand English? Chalega? Thoda thoda? Salpa? Half an hour. discussion on Bhagavatam. Kapila Muni is instructing his mother, Devahuti. Okay? So Devahuti is a very great personality, daughter of Swayambhuva Manu. But she wants to advance spiritually. Sometimes we do wonder, why do I need association at all? Why do I have to hear anybody? So, as a big manna, I'll chant Hare Krishna, I'll go back to Krishna. But the point is that we need realizations. Theory is easy, but we need realizations. And realizations, the fact is that suppose somebody has a realization, he gives you theory with realization together, full package. The Srila Prabhupada was talking that there is a very famous shloka in Srimad Bhagavatam. No, not Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada Course. Mukunda Mala Stotra. It's a Mukunda Mala. It says that if I think about, no, not from Mukunda Mala, one of the quotations from Sri Vaishnavacharya and Prabhupada Course in Bhagavad Gita, it says that now, Navanava Rasa, I'm enjoying so much rasa in service to Krishna that if I think about sex desire, I spit at that too. So devotees are sitting in front of Srila Prabhupada and they were hearing. And actually they said the rejection was so strong when Prabhupada said it. We actually could feel too. That is called realization. Just like a drunkard. How much I enjoy drinking. It's very dangerous to hear submissively. Because not only he is giving an idea, he's giving an idea with his desires. One hearing, you can become a drunkard. You understand? Dhyayate Vishaya Pumsa. You know the shloka? You must know. Second chapter. Bhagavad Gita. Dhyayate Vishaya Pumsa Sangaste Shipajayate Sanga Sanjayate Kama Kama Krodha Vijayate Krodha Bhavati Sammoha Sammoha Spative Brahmaha Prativamshad Buddhinasha Buddhinasha Pranasha. These are 8 stages of degradation given in the Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter. That first is contemplation. Then we get attached. Then we develop lust in the heart. Uske baad we get angry. I want. Krodha Bhavati Sammoha. Then memory, forget of memory. Sammoha Spative Brahmaha. And Satyavamsha, the Buddhinasha, intelligence doesn't work. Buddhinasha, Pranashati. Mahamaya works in these stages, gradually, step by step. Person doesn't become mad in 1 second. He takes steps. Correct? Starting with dhyayato, contemplation. We can contemplate on some subject, correct? By hearing or by seeing. And then, very nice. Ranga, Sanjayati, Kama, Kama, Krodha, Vijaya, person positive. So these are the stages given. Now, whatever stage I am in, if you hear me in the stage, I'll give you the same stage without making hard work to go there. Just like to become a drunkard may take you, say, 1 month to become a, like who drinks 10 times a day, correct? You drink, but if I'm a drunkard and you hear me submissively, I'll give you that in a day. I make you a drunkard in a day. Because I developed that intense desire to drink. And I can transfer that in your heart if you are submissive to me. Got it? Logical? He will say, I say, drink. That's just a statement. When somebody else says drink, who's a drunkard, it's very strong. Oh, it's my job. That is with his realization. And it throws the desire with the realization and boom. If you hear me submissively, you're finished. You get a bad habit in no time. The exactly similar is other side. Same way in the spiritual life also, Shraddha, Sadhu, Sangha, Bhajana, Kriyanartha, Nivritti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema, whatever stage somebody is in, boom, he can give you. Therefore, what is said in the Shastra? Lavamatra Sadhu, Sangha, Service, little association of a saint can make your life perfect. Because same way, either way, you want Tamodaram Yoshitam Sangi Sangam Mahat Seva Dwaramahu Mumukte. If you take serve with great acharyas, The door to Vaikuntha is open. Pramodvaram Yoshitam Sangi Sangam, and the door to Naraka is open. Associate with the Tamasic people. So this association is therefore very important. And what happens in association? That actually you get realizations. People discuss. Like city, we see people make so many clubs. Most of the clubs are drinking clubs on. They give big name. End of it, will not know them. Or at the end of it, they all sit and drink together. So there, why people do that? Because they have similar pursuit. They all want to make money, so they gather together to get some contacts, to know each other, to know the business tricks. The same way, when you advance spiritually, you should look for association of devotees because they have the same program. You get inspiration from them. And not only that, you get realizations. Every person has some realization that you do not have. And you can take it from them if you are submissive to them. It is said, when you serve somebody, you are actually meditating on his good qualities. And when you criticize somebody, you are actually meditating on his bad qualities. And by meditating, you will get it. You'll get it, and you'll spoil your life. And by serving, you get good qualities, and you'll become a wonderful person. Therefore, we always say, Dasa, 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 Nudasa, Dasa, Dasa. I want to serve. The Vaishnava wants to serve because by service, he gets blessed. The person is serving. And he is also improving because he's meditating on his good qualities. That improves the person. So the ego was a question we are discussing here. So the false ego, we have to come out, and we can see the presence of false ego by seeing how much we are attached to seeing this world as an object of enjoyment. And this is to come out of that, we have to struggle. Therefore, when you do sadhana, it is not just like hearing a background music. It's actually taking shelter of the Nama to pull us out of this Maya we are trapped in. We are actually hopelessly trapped, like an ocean. Suppose you go, anybody has gone below water, swam below, there's a heavy pressure on your head of water, very heavy pressure. You go down more the pressure will be there. How many have felt that in a swimming pool or in the river? The heavy pressure, water pressure is on your head, and as you go down more and more. Similarly, the huge pressure of millions and millions of desires of sense gratification is on our head. It's not possible for us to come out of this. Therefore, person takes shelter of the holy name of God. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Take shelter of a great Acharya, Vaishnava. Yesterday night we were reading a very nice incident. That there was Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to travel to Vrindavan, the first attempt on. And when he is going, the king has become a great servant. He has become a great servant. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives him a lot of mercy. Pratap Rudra becomes a great Vaishnava. And then when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going, every place where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was going, before he reaches, a house is built just for one night stay. Imagine just for one night stay, we build a house. He's building a house, he's building, arrangement for prasadam, and all, not only for him, for his whole team. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was traveling with his intimate associates. And he puts his own important people like Mahapatra and other generals to see all arrangements are being done properly and is protected. And finally, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu reaches a place with the boundary of his kingdom. And the next place is a king who is Muslim and is a drunkard. And they were very worried because there are a lot of pirates in that area. He's himself not in proper control of the thing, and very dangerous. So they were very worried. And on the way to Vrindavan, how will Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu go? There's nothing to be worried, but still. So then what happens is that they said, please wait. You're going to make some kind of a deal with this king so that you are unharmed. And the king is very clever because he's seeing lakhs of people surrounding a saint. He has himself sent a spy to see what's happening. And the spy comes in and he sees Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu from a distance and he starts crying immediately. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. He starts chanting. So that is association. Just by seeing, you say, yes, Krishna is there. And then he runs back to the king. He says, I don't know what's happening to me, you know. Tears are coming from my eyes and all the time chanting loudly, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. King is wondering. So king calls his confidential secretary, Gupta. Confidential. That's why we have a name called Gupta. Gupta means confidential. I don't know how this name came. Gupta. So he says, Gupta ji, idhar aiye. And you also go and check what's happening. So he also goes and asks them, also not only see, and ask them that I also like to see this great saint. Because I like to see what's happening, how millions of people go and see him. So, Shishidada Govindaki. So now this Gupta, secretary, also comes. And the moment he sees Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he also starts very ecstatic in devotion service. And he asks the Mahapatra, that the governor, nearby small king, he wants to take darshan of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he said, yes, most welcome. Don't bring any weapons, that's all. Come with his 5 to 7 associates without any weapons. Oh, you're welcome, always welcome. So the governor, whatever he called, the Muslim fellow came, and he saw Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, started again ecstatically chanting, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And then something very interesting happened. He asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, coming near, in any way I can serve you. So Prabhupada writes a beautiful purport there, 3-4 lines purport. He says, the proof of our chanting that we develop a desire to serve Krishna. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. When you're chanting, first thing is, you'll forget your upadhis. I'm Tulu person, I'm Tulu Nadu person, I'm Kannadiga, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm an Indian. These are all nonsense. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. Just forget it. Because we are the soul, we are not anything to do with this body, correct? Vyavarika level, we can say you are from Bangalore, no, Vyavarika level. This is just for formalities. But the truth is, we are not the body, we are the spirit soul. How did Prabhupada make this worldwide Krishna conscious movement? What is his motto? So we are not the body. We have no differentiation for anybody from any part of the world. You can see Africans in this movement, you can see Europeans and Russians, and just based on that, there is no difference at all. Sarvopadhi, unless you can give up all these upadhis. I am handsome, I am ugly, I am young, I am old. It's all stupid things actually. We are not the body only. It's just a packet of stool and urine around us. Isn't it? Suppose I give you a packet of stool, would you be interested? Oh, throw it. So what is this body? This is the basic ABCD knowledge given by Shankaracharya. What is this body finally? Bag of bones? Suppose, forget how it is organized now. You give a bag of bones and blood and all. Would you like to have it? You throw. But point is that we know this, but we are not able to see it like that. We need realization. Sarvopadhi vinirmuktam. We have to give up all these upadhis. Then you know I am advancing spiritually. Otherwise, everybody, present world, they get some certificates. And whole life goes collecting certificates. Even our course, we give free certificates. Therefore, people come for the course. They want certificates. That's a carrot we show them, biscuit we show them. Yeah, I will get free certificate. They want certificate. And some reason certificate software doesn't generate, it becomes very different. Even though the certificate actually is of no value, they're going to show for Java. Any course, can I get certificate? The whole life they collect certificates. But a devotee actually knows the reality. He knows that actually I am most important. Even though I am there in this world, I am not able to see anything properly. What is the certificate? My certificate is I am the greatest fool. Sarvopadi Vinay. He gives us all this kind of certificates within the text. I'm an MBBS, I'm an MBA. These are all certificates. Certificate of ignorance, that's all. And Sarvapadi Vinay Tat Paratvena Nirmalam. Then the mind becomes pure, Nirmalam. And at this situation, Rishikena Rishikesha Sevana Bhakti Uttama. Then he engages all his sense in the service of Krishna. That is called Shuddha Bhakti. So what you need to achieve Shuddha Bhakti, you need realizations. Shuddha Bhakti is not a formality, it's not a ritual. Every day the devotee can serve Krishna. He's not doing a ritual. He's not working for money. Right? Why is he doing this? Because his heart is purified. Now he is able to identify himself as a servant of Krishna. When you identify yourself as a servant of Krishna and you have developed love for Krishna, you'll do it every day. Like a mother holds a child all the time. She is not saying, okay, today also I have to hold the child. No, not like a job. Job means we want break. They want 6-day week, 5-day week, 4-day week. They basically don't want to go to office. Let us be truthful. True now? Why they are asking 3-day week? Basically, they don't want to work. But a mother doesn't say like that. Does she count this Sunday? Get me relief from the child? No. She's enjoying it. True? So, therefore, there is a saying that if you enjoy what you do, you don't work. So, in Krishna consciousness, when you are serving Krishna, we should not compare to the material life. This gives us enjoyment. But to need that, to reach that situation, therefore Prabhupada said, you can know you are working in the material platform, spiritual platform. I can say that I'm doing service, even devotion service. But am I doing devotion service on a spiritual platform or still on a material platform? True, we started a material platform. The more we come to spiritual platform, the proof is we don't get tired when we do devotion service. Oh, nice. This is in a material platform. Spiritual platform is that you feel like if I can get more time, I want to chant more. I'm reading. Like if I can get more time, I can read it more. Shravanam is the first quality. The person develops desire. Dharma sanashita pumsa vikshakshe nekata suyaha na utpadi yadiratim shamevi kevalam. Test yourself. You may say, I am a Hindu for 100 years, I am a Muslim for 100 years. All these are stories. Have you developed desire to hear about the Lord? Dharma sanashita pumsa. You are saying you are doing dharma for such a long time. But vikshakshe nekata suyaha. But to hear about the glories of the Lord, na utpadi yadiratim. You are not developed any taste. That's the test. We say, I am a great lover of God, I am a great advanced devotee. But have you any desire to hear about the Lord? No desire. You have no love. Suppose you have a child, okay? You love the child. And what do you like to hear about it more? Isn't it? Happiness. What's my child doing in college? You know, he's doing now. Really? Why you want to hear? Because they develop love. And because we have developed love for Krishna, the proof is devotee wants to hear about him all day. But we have love for our country, my Tulu, my country, my sense-gratification. I want to hear about the all day. What do you like to hear all day shows your platform. Okay? So we should therefore try to purify the heart. We need good association. We develop a desire to hear about Krishna. Okay? And then the first proof of spiritual advancement is that we give up upadhis. Then person is actually spiritually advanced. I'm man, I'm woman, I'm Indian. Forget all these things. They're all foolishness. We are not. We are the soul. And what's the nature of the soul? Jivera Saruphoe Krishnera Nityadas. Soul is the eternal servant of Krishna. And then how do you feel? You feel ecstatic. And therefore the next shloka proper course in that is Jivan Muktiya Yase Hare Dase Karmana Manasa Gira. Somebody actually understood I am not body and spirit soul. Karmana with all its activity. Manasa with the mind. Gira. Karmana Manasa Gira. What do the three words mean? Karmana with the activities. Manasa, to the mind. Gira, words. The body, mind, and words, always it is said, he wants to serve the Lord. Nikhileshu avastha, to somebody situated in this avastha, Jivan Mukta Sa Uchate. He is actually Mukta Purusha. Okay, so that is what this is trying to do. Even though you are living in this world, you will be liberated. That means Padma Patram Ivambasa, like a lotus leaf untouched by water. The lotus leaf is in water, but not spoiled by water. Even though we are in this world, we will always be blissful and very happy. We are in a bad bargain. We are stuck in the metal world. We are spirit soul. We are stuck in the metal existence. Soul is eternal, body is temporary. Soul is full of happiness, body is full of miseries. Soul is full of knowledge, the body is full of ignorance. It's an incompatible situation. Even in this difficult position, somebody can be fully happy and blissful, provided he advances spiritually. Vishwam Purna Sukhayati. We hear all this, very nice to hear. Vishwam Purna Sukhayati. For a devotee, this world is Vaikuntha. But if your identification is not in the spiritual world, it is not Vaikuntha. You will be miserable. Today my neck is paining, today my body is paining. Today this person told so many things to me, my head is disturbed. This will not be happy. Hare Krishna. So this all knowledge will actually make you happy at every moment. Not so-called this rubbish, what they say, positive thinking, all these are jokes. You have to acquire knowledge. Like Arjuna was in great tension. By hearing Bhagavad Gita, became blissful. Very happily fought the war for the Lord. Similarly, if you also acquire the knowledge as given by Krishna, as Kapila Muni is explaining here, to become happy and blissful. There is no shortcut. Hare Krishna, everybody. Thank you. Anybody has any questions?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you so much,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Dandavat
Prabhuji,
pranam.
Dandavat
Krishna
Pranam.
Prabhuji,
Thank you so much,
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Dandavat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Thank you.
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Dandavat
Pranam.
pranam.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Danda Pranam.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji. Prabhuji, on 7th
Hare
March,
Krishna
what will happen in
Prabhuji,
temple?
Dandavat Pranam.
On 7th March, what will happen in temple?
So a lot of things are coming up now. Okay, just there's always after class, we remember something I should have properly emphasized. So we can know I'm advancing spiritually or not by seeing how much eagerness to serve Krishna I'm developing. Okay? How much I'm not looking at the world as an object of my enjoyment, rather how much I'm feeling desire to serve Krishna. That shows my spiritual advance. Now the events coming up was March 8th. 7th, sorry, March 7th is a God Purnima coming up. Which day it is? Tuesday. That will be a festival, but done here only in our temple in Bangalore. Akshaya Tritiya, that is April 23rd, will be the time we are calling it soft opening. The construction will be over in the physical structure of the temple, and the ashram will be finished. So our puja will begin there. In fact, we will do puja in the main temple only, and then shift the deities. After that, they will stay in the ashram because the construction will continue. All your woodwork and all decorations will continue. And by Janmashtami, if we work together, we can finish it by Janmashtami. Otherwise, not otherwise. We have to finish by Janmashtami, no otherwise. Whatever we do, we'll do together. We have so much work to do. We cannot just keep spending our life in construction. Okay, so we are traveling, we're getting a lot of ideas, and anybody knows something about construction, you know where I can get cheap granite, cheap marble, the decoration, we can see varieties of decorations are there nowadays. Anybody knows anything about construction, please send us good information. Okay, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, pranams
Hare Krishna
Prabhuji.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Ji.
Pranam.
Hare Krishna
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Adar Pranam. Prabhuji, when you are explaining, can you please add the codes and skanda number, chapter number, and so that at least we can again, if we want to read, we can read.
Yeah.
And because I'm a beginner, so when you are talking fast, you are so fluent and talking fast, I won't get that completely to even in. So it's a humble request. Hare Krishna.
So anyway, we were in the Bhagavatam, third canto of Bhagavatam, 27th chapter, 18th verse. This is Kapila Muni's instructions to his mother. He's explaining the material nature to his mother. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare